All right. I think that we probably need to move this out of the way.
Oh,
and this
calling people up.
And this pencil probably needs to be. Oh, thank you, Rob. Rod. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, sir. I can't figure out B's and D's. Rodney. All right. We're going to be live here in just a moment, Chris. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to fool around. We're just going to tell everyone we're live. So the competition is fierce. Yeah. You got your what do they call it when what do they call it when like Shaquille and Charles Barkley are like talking about the basketball game after, like your color commentary?
Oh yeah, like after action. Well,
yeah.
I don't know what they call that in the.
Can you do this whole video in the Howard Cosell voice? Okay.
I can't.
I think we're going. Are we going? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're going. So, hey, everybody, this is Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. This is the, I don't know if you can hear it, but in the background, our panel of judges is currently finishing up judging the Great American Guitar Building Contest 2024. And the field was intense this year. Wouldn't you say, Chris?
Yeah, Never seen so many guitars that weighed 6.25 pounds.
6 1/4 pounds. That's right. Life. Can you guys hear us okay? Let us know if the guitars are.
Yeah, I think they can't hear the guitars because the microphone. If we play them right here, you can't hear them.
Yeah, Dan says that we can hear guitars being tested. So I hope everybody. I hope we're
they're
not
almost done. So.
Yeah, Chris says audio is fine. So yeah.
Yeah, this will be for everybody that they're not our guitars, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, we don't care. So one of the things, though, Chris, is that we want to, as soon as the judging is over, which I think they both got like a couple more to go. We want to get everybody who participated and who's competing to come up and show off their guitar, tell us a little bit about what they built and some of the trials and tribulations associated with building a guitar that weighs exactly 100 ounces.
And all 10 guitars met that criteria.
That's right. Right on the money. Yeah.
Yep. From 99.1 pounds to 100 ounces.
Pounds.
Yeah, 99.1 ounces to 100 ounces, 0.4, I think is the heaviest.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's take a super chat from Brad Guitar Miller. He says, for the after party, some awesome builds for the review last night.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
And they all said that their home scale was anywhere from 0.2 to 0.4 ounces different.
Now,
heavier.
It's important to note that our scale was recently calibrated at the National Institute of Standards and Technology in Boulder, Colorado, right before this. So that was the true reading, and everybody made it. So I'm interested to hear people's stories about their guitars and what it took to do that. Because I think I designed the guitar to weigh exactly 100 ounces, or I built the guitar and it came in over or under, and I had to add some weight or subtract some weight.
I talked to a bunch of people as we were weighing them, and a lot of them said that they took a lot of time and they kind of got lucky. They hit the number right off the bat.
Okay.
They change a part. Heavier, slightly lighter.
So, like, I think I was.
It has a bunch of speed holes drilled through it out in the parking lot. Nobody had to lop off a horn to meet the.
Chris, if you were going to do this, I already know the answer, but how would you do this if you were presented with this challenge? How would you have done it?
Well, I would design the guitar completely. I would figure out all the parts that I needed and get all the parts before I started any wood stuff at all.
Okay.
I know I would have to make it hollow. I'd make a top. I'd make a back. I'd start hogging it out, and I'd just focus on how much wood to take out of the body.
Okay.
I'd leave a little bit for paint.
How much do you reckon paint weighs? Sean said it was 850 grams or something.
Boy, that seems like a lot.
How many ounces is a gram?
Well, 850 grams is almost 2 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a lot of paint.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything got real quiet all of a sudden. So anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch of people waiting to see the guitars come out. Let's wait till the judges are done playing, and then we'll start bringing people up and showing off their guitar. And while that's happening, the scores are going to be tabulated.
Okay.
Now the judging was like I said, it was a tough field this year, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said, "What are you going to do if there's a tie?" And I talked to both judges, and they agreed we were just gonna they were gonna battle. They were just gonna deliberate and see who. Yeah, they were gonna. So our judges are gonna figure out who. So if in the unlikely event of a tie, that the judges were going to just figure it out. So yeah. So now it's important to remember that for those of you who might not know, this guitar building contest is has a cash prize. And what happened was everybody who entered a guitar, it was $100 to enter your guitar, and whoever wins gets all the money. How much money do we get, Chris?
None.
A big fat goose egg. That's right.
Big fat goose egg.
So,
you're actually losing money, but gaining weight.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
yes. I've been eating really lousily the last. I've been eating really good food, but
yeah, more donuts and more beer. And Bob just showed up. Yeah, with both.
Donuts and beer. Yeah,
good, because we were getting low.
It's surprising how good those things are together. So yeah.
Yeah, why would you not? Yeah.
I hope everybody. Yeah, there's plenty of beer and donuts in the fridge and on the thing. Are they done playing, Brian? Two more. Okay. All right.
Two more.
We're gonna vamp a little while they go. So. Okay. So do you guys in the home audience? So the shop is full of people who
participants and spectators.
Chris, where are they all from?
All over the world.
How does that work? I mean, we're multinational. From every state in the union.
Yeah. I don't think we have any local entrants.
Brian is a local.
Yeah.
Sorry,
bro.
Bryant, Chop Liver Duncan is an entrant. Yeah.
So one local, and a bunch of not locals.
Yeah. So we've got everybody from we've got Don from Canada is here. We've got Bryant from Virginia. We've got Devin from Montana. We've got Zed from Arizona. We've got Dave from Ohio. Who else we got? Marty from.
I don't know where
he told me St. Louis. That's right. Yeah, so Missouri. Yeah. So we've got guys from all. We haven't had some entrants come in. Sean Emenheiser sent his in again. But one day we're gonna meet Sean.
Yeah.
So he won the first year, and so he's been. So he came. He just sent his guitar again. One day though, it is likely that we'll meet Sean. You know where Sean's from? I think it's Texas.
Is it Texas?
I think it's Irving, Texas, but I don't know. Sean, if you're watching,
you might be right.
Yeah, Sean, if you're watching, let us know. Anyway, we're not going to change anything. So, let's talk about our judges, our very talented judges.
Okay.
So we've got Anthony Evangelo from Flipside Music, the great American guitar store. If anybody knows a thing or two about guitars, it's going to be Ike, right?
Yeah, he gets to play a lot of guitars.
Every day.
That's
what he does.
That's all he does.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
He sits around and
plays guitar.
Eats Italian food and plays guitar. No, I don't know what he eats, but and Brett Hagen from Hawk Attack.
Also a very accomplished guitar player. Who can play anything.
What do you mean?
I mean, he will willingly play any guitar.
Yeah.
And play it well.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, Brett, we're doing a live show tonight. Here's a guitar you've never played that may or may not work. Okay, I'll play it.
Okay, I'll play it. Sure. Yeah. So he doesn't. I don't think he comes at guitars with a lot of preconceived notions. He has, certain preferences.
I've never handed him a guitar and he say, "Ooh, I just don't like this.
What's this radius?
This radius, or what scale is this?
What size are these frets?"
Yeah, he doesn't care. He just starts
guitar
rocking out.
And takes the guitar at face value. So he's a good judge as well.
That's right. Hey, Sean Emenheiser. Hey, Sean, where are you from? Is it Texas, Sean? I think it is. I'm not looking at the box, so I don't know.
Your shipping label.
Yeah, I think it is, but I don't know.
Yeah. So, so I think Ike has one more guitar to test, and then we'll get to talking to the guys about their guitars.
Lefty wants to know if Buddy Holly and Waylon are on your shirt, and yes, Waylon and Booty.
Lefty?
Yeah, Booty and Waylon are
that get the other guy right.
Well, I saw a thing on YouTube, like one of those 3 things you ought to know about music, and it was that Waylon Jennings was what played bass for Buddy Holly for a while, right?
Yeah, on the last tour.
Okay.
Yeah, Buddy taught him how to play bass.
Oh no, Sean says he's from York, Pennsylvania. So yeah,
It's right next door.
Right
next door to Texas. Yeah. Okay.
Pennsylvania, Texas, same.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Yes, and Waylon gave up his seat on the plane. Waylon and Booty, they were both going to ride on the plane. And I guess he said the last thing he said to him was, "I hope your plane crashes."
Yeah, I hope y'all's plane crashes.
Now, how do we really know for sure that that's the I mean, we can't ask Buddy Holly.
No,
and we can't ask Waylon either. I mean,
well, not now.
Yeah,
he famously said that he did. Say
I understand, but we don't. But we don't really know.
No.
I mean, it might have been the second to last thing he said.
Yeah, maybe.
Might have been the last. I don't know.
The man beat himself up for a long time.
All right.
That, so.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, can we the judging? Let's talk about the judging real quick while they're still judging.
Yeah. You wanna,
so can we go over a sheet of what the guitars will be judged
the
upon?
sheets.
Guys, we're just about ready to get the guys up here and show off the guitars.
You organized this. You came up with this, but you have no say in.
That's right.
In anything.
So each judge was given a sheet like this for every guitar, and the guitar number, and in this case, we added a weight, which, as it turns out, everybody made weight, so it's no big deal.
As we checked them in today and numbered them, we checked their weight.
Yeah.
And my idea was that any guitar that didn't meet weight was going to get a big X on their tag.
Okay.
On the guitar.
All right.
And nobody did.
Everybody made weight. That's cool.
So
So
you didn't have to take any bribes.
okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
I was hoping.
Well, you got the donuts and beer, so you got that going for you. So all the guitars were judged on these categories, and the judges were asked to rate the guitar 1 to 10. I didn't say 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. I figured, let's just let them figure it out. So concept and design, basically, that is, I don't really even know what that means. How would you take that one, Chris? I think what I was going for is plan your work and work your plan.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, does it look like a cohesive guitar?
Yeah.
Does it look like
Yeah, was this a well
something
thought
that
out thing, or did
accidentally turned out into something?
Yeah. Sometimes that happens, but we wanted to judge on that.
Yeah.
Marketability, appeal, and production assessment. That's a mouthful.
That's a lot of words.
So really, what I wanted to go with was when we were in the Great Guitar Build-Off, I saw a lot of guitars that were over the top in terms of like glue joints and really neat stuff. Stuff that would be terrific if you're making one, less terrific if you're making two. You know what I mean? So like, how marketable is it? How easy would it be to do this over and over and over again? If the guitar is super popular, you're gonna have to make a bunch of them. You know, how hard is that to do? So obviously, like a very, very easy to market and has appeal, and the production assessment would be very, very easy to produce. You know, we know this to be true. Some of those instruments that you see that like Billy Gibbons has one of might be very cool and marketable more than what people are willing to pay, et cetera, et cetera. Working and construction quality. What do you think about that?
Fit and finish, basically.
Well, hold on. It fit, because finish is another quality here.
Okay.
So
woodworking construction quality.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I think so. Just fit. Yeah. Just overall. Yeah. Is there a bunch of tooling marks in it?
Yeah. Is it done?
Everything smooth?
Does it look like you could go into a boutique shop and see that one and go,
on the
that's the
wall.
one I want? Yeah. Which also plays into the second one too. The next one is finish quality.
So
What are you
just paint?
What are you looking for there, Chris? And it doesn't really matter because we're not judging. So
yeah.
What?
So it
but
doesn't
if
matter.
but if you were,
nice
what were you?
paint.
Yeah.
Tell
you what, I'm gonna let you talk about this for another 10 minutes. Here we go. Ready,
okay.
Go. Ready,
go.
So
So smooth finish. If the guitar's supposed to be shiny, how shiny is it? Sanding scratches. Things like it's easy to do. It's easy to buff the top of the guitar. It's not so easy to buff other areas. Are there burn throughs? Are there little errors? Are there bumps? Is there orange peel?
I think in
that.
this particular category is important to have the guitar in front of us because
you can doctor stuff up in photos. You could probably AI a guitar that looks like $1 million and never even had to build it.
Make the guitar. Yeah.
Here's my entry. Hey, that looks great.
So that brings us perfectly into sound and playability is the next category. One of the things that we didn't like about the great guitar build off was you didn't have to have the guitars for someone to play. So for all we know, they didn't actually work.
And we've seen guitars that have lost points because of playability in the past.
Sure.
At the first one of these, one of the guitars looked like $1 million and it didn't do very well. And I asked the judges why, and they said because the nut was cut too low, the strings were all buzzing. Okay. And so the guy might have won if it had played. Okay. Better.
Did we have any issues with people, sending their guitars or setting up guitars, or some guys came with their guitars in like final tweak stuff, adjust truss rods and things like that?
I don't think anybody had too much issue with anything. Everybody who was here sort of ran through their guitar one last time and tuned it up and wiped it down and stuff like that. We gave the judges tuners, so no points off if your guitar didn't stay in
your guitar wasn't in
the entire time.
The final category is X Factor, which is that's a tough one to pinpoint, but
that's just I think the judge's overall feeling of the guitar, right?
Well,
like, oh wow, this is really cool,
or maybe something scored well. So say for the sake of argument, it wasn't like reproducible very easily, but wow, I really liked all these laminations in the neck, or whatever it was. Something that didn't have a category, but was really neat, and they felt like there should be points for that. So those were all the categories of the guitars. I think we're in the tabulation phase. So why don't we get some guys? We'll get guys up here one at a time. And Brian, you're up. You're right there. So
Mr. Local,
come on up. So what we want to do is we want to have guys come up and bring your guitar and tell us about what your process was. And we want to get everybody to come up here and show off their instrument and tell this is basically a chance for you guys to all get back at me for coming up with such an absurd requirement. And so this is our good buddy Brian Duncan. And Brian, how in the world are you, my friend?
I am good. How are you, Matt?
I'm great, sir.
Good.
So tell us what does your guitar have a name?
Bob.
Bob. Okay. All right. Bob. Tell us what I'm gonna scooch over because I think Chris is gonna.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or maybe I don't know what Chris is doing. Okay. Good. So Brian, tell us a little bit about what you made, sir.
So this is actually Ben and I, my son Ben. I think he's in the audience.
Ben is here. Yes.
Good. He was out over Christmas last year, and he was here for a couple of weeks, and let's do a project. So we decided, hey, let's do the 100-ounce guitar. So we went down to Ike Shop. Ike, I'm plugging you, by the way.
Ike from Flipside Music.
What's the name of that?
That's Flipside Music.
The great
American guitar store.
The Great American Guitar Store. That's right. What's the address, Ike? 2231 South Platte River Drive, Denver, Colorado. And of course, they have a website, flipside_music.com. Flipside-music.com. If you probably type in Flipside Music, it'll take you. Okay, yeah.
Did you need to go back and redo your form now since I plugged you there?
Okay.
So anyways, So Ben was over here over Christmas. We decided to do this. Went down to Ike's shop. We brought a Squire Telly. This thing used to be a butterscotch Telly.
Okay.
And it was, it was a playable guitar, and you could have fixed it up and done it, but we took it apart. Ben did some, I don't know if this shows up, some cool carves.
It definitely shows.
Changed the lower horn here, changed the headstock. Ben did all the woodwork. And then I redid a little bit to the neck. Not a lot.
Brad says that Ben is 5 times the builder that you are.
He's amazing.
Man.
His concepts on guitars are cooler than mine for sure. Mine would all look like Les Pauls or something.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
But then I did the fretwork. I put Hipshot tuners on it. We put all new electronics. Got the pickups also for Mike. I think this was the original bridge. Ben, you might chime in. I can't remember, but I think it was. And Ben reshaped the pick guard. And then this is a rattle can paint job. And
Excellent.
I think it was Krylon Wild Plum.
Woo!
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm glad this was a family project. I didn't really realize until very recently just how neat it was for a lot of family stuff to happen. We had the Becklofts were here all week. David and his brother were here all week. And so it's a cool family thing that, and of course, Federico was here, and he got absorbed by everybody else's family. Right. So, and is now part of a family of guitar builders. Right. And that's a cool thing, but I'm glad you and Ben did that. Well, Ben's a nice guy. I like him.
He's a really good kid, 35.
He's 35, Brian.
But what you're saying though is absolutely true. We got guys here that didn't enter, but they made the time to come up here or over here, wherever they're from, and just participate in the contest and hang out with everybody. And it's really a cool thing. Yeah, man. So excellent, good stuff. Excellent. I know I don't have a prayer of winning after seeing these other entries, but damn, this was.
Well, do you want to talk some smack like WWF style or?
Brother. No, I'm not very good at that.
Okay.
I'm looking at you, Sutton. So originally, if you take this pick guard off, judges close your ears.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can I talk about that a little bit?
Well, it's over now. You can give away all your goodies.
Yeah.
So I took Forstner bit to this, and there's a lot of weight relief done underneath the pick guard. And then when I brought it into the shop yesterday and put it on the scale, I was light, and I was like, oh shit.
So you had to add little bits?
Yeah, little bits. I got there might be some, nothing's rattling.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
There might be some fender washers.
Some fender washers.
And some tape
and some nuts. A couple lock nuts.
And some paper
some
towels to hold it.
And the
paper towel.
The paper towel did its job.
I told him not to make sure it doesn't rattle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think it turned out pretty good.
What do you think of that ridiculous 100-ounce rule, Brian?
I thought it's a cool challenge. I like having a goal, something you have to shoot.
Okay,
at.
yeah.
Making a guitar is making a guitar, but to have to do that was kind of cool. Oh, by the way, this probably also I didn't actually put the pencil to it. Probably would have made the $400 bill.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah,
extra credit.
Next time we have the $400 one, you can enter this one too.
There you go.
Maybe it will be $400 and 100 ounces. That would be tricky. And brown, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, Brian, thanks for hanging out with us, man. And we'll let's get somebody up. Bryant, you're standing there, so you're next, amigo. So I think Bryant wins the award for longest drive.
25 hours.
Woo! Lord have mercy. So Bryant, tell us who you are and what you're doing here and what you made.
All right. I'm Bryant Haney. I came here from Richmond, Virginia.
Some people might know you as
RVA Guitars. It's the name
Is that for Richmond, Virginia?
It is.
I finally figured that out yesterday. Yeah. It's like, why is it RVA? He's always from Richmond.
It's kind of a thing there. There are tons of businesses that are named RVA.
RVA.
It's kind of a very common
5280.
thing.
So,
yeah. Sort of same kind of idea. So that's where that came from. But I drove here. This is it's a fully hollow, carved back and top plates and bent sides, like Benedetto style. And I wound the pickups, made the bridge and the tailpiece, and it's fully bound in 7-layer ebony binding, except for the sound holes are plastic because I tried with ebony and
Lord only knows.
Threw away a bunch of pieces before I gave up. I was saying earlier, if anyone ever wants me to bind a guitar in ebony again, they're going to have to pay handsomely.
Yeah.
Because that stuff is not fun. I bet I broke twice as much of it as is on the guitar.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can. How about this? I can only imagine because it would never occur to me to bind anything in ebony. So.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Now I do.
Okay. Yeah. So, what do you think of what? Do you have a name for this one?
Baby Blue.
Okay.
Baby is the cat that's inlaid on the headstock.
Okay.
Is my recently late kitty baby.
Oh.
So I decided to inlay her on the headstock as a little tribute.
If anybody wants to email you about having one of these bad dudes built, how do they get in touch with you?
My website, rvaguitar.com.
Okay, there
So
you
you
go.
told me you have how many hours do you think you have in this guitar between jigs and the actual assembly?
I mean, I didn't keep an accurate track, but it's got to be 500. I've been working on it for over a year, and just carving part of it was going really slow to make sure I didn't mess anything up because it's the first one like this that I've done.
It really turned out great, man. So what? You say walnut back inside or mahogany?
It's a walnut,
Okay.
Virginia black walnut. The neck is.
Let everybody see that there.
It's
Yeah.
a black walnut. The neck is Virginia big leaf maple with
Okay.
a walnut stringer. The headstock plate is walnut as well. The top is curly maple, also from Virginia. And the rosewood is all from a stash.
Virginia.
It's not. It's from us. Well, I bought it there, but
Virginian rosewood.
I went to an old workshop sale where this lady was selling all of her dad's old stuff, and there was sitting there a giant pile of rosewood. And,
cool.
I went and emptied my bank account that day, so now I have a giant pile of
Nice.
rosewood.
So what was what did you think of the 100-ounce portion of this, and what were some things that you had to do to get to the exactly to 100 ounces or as close as you came?
I thought it was great. The 100-ounce challenge I did. It's a lot harder to hit that than most anything I can think of. Honestly,
everybody thought, well, how hard is that to make a guitar that weighs less than 6.25 pounds? No, it has to exactly weigh. Yeah.
And I made some change. Like normally, most of the pickups I make, I like to do open without covers with double white bobbins.
Okay.
And that was what I intended to put in this, but they weren't going to weigh enough. So I did the covered pickups. The brass nut and saddle pieces were going to be bone, but I went with brass. So
Okay.
way more. The knobs, the pots are long shaft pots, even though
just to give you a little extra weight.
So it was a little under when I totaled everything up.
Okay.
I was like, I need to add a little weight, so that's what I did. I tried to use the heaviest hardware. I used locking Hipshot
I
tuners.
thought the locking tuners were for
like
weight.
locking tuners are very
Yeah.
unusual for a guitar like this.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
And I will before I sell the guitar, I'm going to take it back apart and
You're going
and
to
do it the way I
reconfigure
originally
it. Okay.
envisioned it. I changed it a little bit to meet the weight, but
What if somebody wants it just as is?
Oh,
I
they
mean, I
can
guess
have it.
yeah. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's up for sale on the website right now.
Okay, there you go. So if
Yeah.
you guys want to buy this guitar, you can. What do you know? You know what it's going for? Do you feel like it's saying?
$4,000.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's legit, man. That's
It took a
super
long
cool.
time.
Absolutely, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
so
500 hours. That's what, $1.50 an hour?
yeah, if that, yeah,
So normal guitar builder
Yeah,
wages.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Lucky.
yeah. You want to do some smack talk WWF style to any of the other guys here?
No, I think everybody did a great
They're-
job.
they're pretty-
The
it's pretty-
guitars
yeah,
are all beautiful.
It's really, really
Yeah.
cool.
Actually, doing some quick math in my head, I think it's more like 75 cents an hour.
Yeesh.
Yeah, something
Yeesh.
like that. I will be able to make the next one considerably faster, though.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah,
'Cause all the
economy of
jigs
scale.
and body holding fixtures for carving the inside of the plates and everything are done. So
It's solid. It's not laminate glued together to make the carve like Gretsch style. It's actually
It's carved out
solid
of
like
solid
Benedetto.
pieces, carved top and back. And I used Benedetto's book to do it.
Really
it's all his
impressive.
techniques, except the neck joint is, the one that y'all use. And
Well, that's the
The
the one
7-degree
true and
headstock,
holy
of course.
headstock angle and neck joint. So yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, cool,
Yeah.
man. Well, thanks for coming out with us and
Indeed.
hanging out. Let's get
And
Zed.
the best
you're-
thing has been meeting everybody.
Thanks,
I've
man.
been watching this for the community that you've built.
Yeah.
is wonderful.
You're gonna come and hang out with us at Odyssey for a little bit.
I am.
All right,
absolutely.
cool,
Yep.
excellent. All right. So you might know him as another name. I know him as Zed Leplin.
Lebanon, but
But yeah, I know him as Zed
Yeah.
Leplin. Yeah. So what's going on, man? How what do you got here?
Just a super strat basically that I decoupaged because when I was starting to do my finish, it actually fell off the rack and body and damaged the body really bad.
Okay.
And then so I'm trying to Bondo in it, right? And then I spray my primer coat, and it's like it's still there.
Hey, this may or may not be the reason that we started doing fabric tops.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's a full wraparound of the body.
Yeah, man, it looks
And-
really cool. You did the headstock too, or no? There's something on the headstock.
Yeah.
Okay.
What this is from Judge Dredd, the comic books. They did a 4-part series where they did these dark judges that came, and this is just from pictures from that.
So, how much do you have in comics alone on this? I mean, so all the other comics from this series are now worth more because this is.
I actually used a graphic novel.
Oh, okay,
So
all right.
I cheaped out there because
Okay.
otherwise it would have cost me about $500 to get the books. And it's just- also have an Evertoon bridge on it.
I know that's your go-to
Yeah.
go-to thing,
With,
and then Invader.
Yep, Duncan Invader. That's like my setup right there.
Super cool, man. So we got Maple Neck with who is that? And that's a
Those-
crazy inlay thing that.
These are onlays. They're stickers.
Oh, okay, all right, very cool, very excellent. How hard was it to come up with the 100-ounce? Given that, okay, because if I know you, I know that there were some non-negotiables. This bridge probably non-negotiable, and this weighs a lot, right?
Yeah, this is 1/4 of the weight of the guitar.
Wow. Okay. So what did you make the body from? Is it like a super light wood? Or
It's really super light, super soft. As a matter of fact, I couldn't screw anything into it. These are all brass inserts that are
which
in here.
also weighs something.
Yeah, with machine screws because yes.
Chris is about to get an extra nostril.
I already shaved
Yeah.
today, Zed. I don't need
Okay.
to.
So so obviously if you have a really super soft body material, that was a issue with a 100-ounce challenge thing.
Well,
Yeah.
no, actually, the body was really light. It's what made it so that I could actually do an Evertoon bridge.
Okay.
Because the body is just a little shy of being twice as heavy as this bridge.
Okay. So what did you think of this the absurd 100-ounce thing?
I actually liked it because it's as someone said earlier, it's not just building a guitar. You have to sit there, and as a matter of fact, I discovered that between the old design and the new design for the Evertoons, there is an ounce difference in weight. So I had to use a new bridge.
No!
I had to use a new bridge, which is an ounce lighter than the older ones.
That headstock though looks like your headstock. So
Oh, yeah.
I know, like I said, there's some non-negotiables I know were things. So
Yes.
well, that's cool, man. Anything else that we want to talk about? Does it have a name? Black Judge?
No, I guess it would just be this: the Fear and Loathing in the Billy Carter block,
Okay.
which is where all of this takes place in Mega City 1.
I have to. I'm not up to speed on all that, except for that movie with Sylvester Stallone. That's as much as I know. Oh, and the Anthrax song. But yeah.
I was a big Judge Dredd fan growing up.
That's cool, man. Very excellent. Very excellent. Well, let's get Dave to come up. Dave, you're next. You're the closest. I'm having to remember who's who here. So Dave Chenzoff, you've seen him here half a dozen times, 10 times, a dozen times.
Something like that.
Hi, Dave.
Howdy.
What do you have, Senior, all the way from Ohio?
Well, we did a Strat, but the whole idea was to still do a full-blown trim with a steel block.
So how much of a weight penalty did you pick up for doing that?
Well, that was the plan.
Oh, okay.
Was
So that was your
my
non-negotiable.
plan was to do a trim on
Okay.
a Strat, and then I got a hold of a lightweight body that was some kid's art project, and sanded that down and turned it into this with the blue, with the azure blue, and then cleared it.
How difficult was it to meet the 100-ounce? Do you know exactly what you weighed in at?
Well, at home I'm 99.9, so suck it. But here I'm 99.7.
Okay. And we a lot of people
and
say,
Unsuck it, Dave.
And there's no ballast in this guitar at all.
okay, so you didn't have to drill holes and add things.
I bought a box of wheel weights, and it still has the cellophane on it.
Oh, okay.
So I planned on coming in light and then adding a little bit of weight.
Okay, that was, I guess
So
that's
I ended at 99.9 and settled on 99.9.
yeah. Okay.
And then did all nickel hardware, full floating on the bridge.
Okay.
maple or roasted maple, the vintage tuners. I don't know. And then the Seymour Duncan everything pickups. So it's a JB and a 59 with a Strat flavor in the middle.
That's what the name of the pickup is. Strat flavor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a Strat style pickup as opposed to the humbucker.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, I mean, because
But
I wouldn't put it past someone to name their pickup Strat flavor. That's the I don't. Yeah.
But they call it the everything set.
Okay.
So yeah.
Super cool, man. Well, what was the hardest bit about making it weigh in at exactly a Hondo? Or as close as you
continually planning and reweighing and planning and reweighing, and yeah, we might have telly knobs for a reason.
Oh, okay.
to come into weight.
Excellent.
But yeah, it turned out beautiful.
I'm noticing that you have a plate. Brian didn't have a plate. He switched out the plate for ferrules here. So yeah, so maybe there was some weight savings there. It's funny how you can mix and match little parts that yeah.
And then we're a little thinner than normal, so the steel block we trim back on my girlfriend's dad's mill.
I was gonna say that looks like it's been milled.
Okay,
you just have to turn a knob on a mill. Yep.
Excellent, man.
So,
well, is there any smack talk that you want to do?
No, my God, all the guitars are beautiful.
Yeah, man.
So,
that's true. I think that was smack talk to me. So
that's Dave's new thing this trip.
That's Dave's new. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
new lexicon, new Chenzoff lexicon.
You need to make a sticker.
T-shirts coming soon. T-shirts coming soon. Yeah.
Awesome.
Dave says,
"Thanks, man.
Suck it."
Thanks, man. Let's get absolutely. Let's get Don up here and see what he's got. Actually, he's got. It's got a handful of entries because I think that Don started this the day I said, yeah, let's do this next guitar contest, and the guitars have to weigh 6 1/4 pounds.
Yeah, that's kind of how that went.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good.
Excellent. It's great to see you again. Great to have you in the shop.
I mean, it's like a second home now.
Yeah, man. Well, so all right, so let's get it out of the way here. How much grief do you want to give me for coming up with such an absurd contest?
If I'm really honest,
yeah,
the fact that you make us do these things that make no sense, force you to learn things that you wouldn't otherwise do. So
I didn't make anybody do it. But I strongly encouraged.
For this, I had to. Well, I didn't have to, but I redesigned the Double Cut Junior, the model that I do, to use the Hipshot hardware.
Okay.
Because I love this bridge.
I think that's a good choice.
And also so the neck angle could be flat rather than 2 degrees.
Okay.
Because it's way easier for me to make. And I went with black Limba for the body and the neck.
Okay.
Rosewood fretboard.
See you, Beckloffs. Have a safe trip.
See you guys. One of my Soyuz bridge pickups.
So you're winding all your pickups now?
Yeah. I'm winding all my own at this point. So,
and is that because of
so that
you just like doing it?
That goes back to last year.
Okay.
Because the $400 challenge forced me to wind my own pickups because I was paying, that half of my budget would have been pickups. So
yeah,
this, also the next 2 that are coming up are semi-hollow.
Okay.
In order to make weight, I had to do semi-hollow construction, which I've never done before. So
okay, cool.
Had you not have forced me, I wouldn't have done it. So
yeah. I really do like holding your feet to the fire, Don.
I enjoy being tested, but I mean, it's how you get better. Right?
We've talked about this before, like saying things like, if you can make a guitar that weighs exactly this, just imagine all the other cool stuff that people could come to you with absurd things that they wanted. And
I think going forward, light is going to be kind of a thing.
One of the things that Chris and I talk about is every time someone picks up a guitar, they say one of 2 things or nothing.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is really light, or nothing, or it's so heavy.
And I can tell you exactly where that happens.
At what weight?
Yeah, 9 pounds and above. This guitar is heavy.
Yeah.
8 to 9, nothing. Below 8, this is pretty
so
light.
light. Yeah.
Yeah. Below 7, wow, this is really light.
Yeah.
So these are all really light, which is
really
something, they were here yesterday, and I just go and pick them. Wow, these are light.
And they all weigh within an ounce of each other, it looks like. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's another funny thing though too is so you go around, they're all lined up here, and I was watching the judges come by, and they're picking them up, and I'm like, Well, they're all the same. Why are you picking them up? But some of them look like they should be heavier than others.
Yeah.
You know,
That is
Bryant's
true.
guitar is thick and looks like it should weigh quite a bit.
I'd imagine the balance is
Yeah,
different.
but
or,
it's the same weight as this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And this one's a solid,
This is a
Body.
solid body. This is totally solid.
which is and so that's a magical piece of limba because not all black limba is very light.
No, it took a while.
Yeah.
I went through a few body blanks to get this one.
Yeah.
So, and there's another one at home that didn't make weight because it's too light.
Okay.
So
What's the next one?
All
We've
right.
got Don made 3. He made 5 guitars and 3 made the cut, right?
that's right.
Get a load of
Wow,
this
that's really
bad
light.
So the Model T body shape that I've been building for a few years now, 2 P90s, kind of my hotter than vintage version set, Canadian maple top,
Okay.
supplied by John Buffone. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Dyed and then sprayed.
That looks
and then
terrific.
We have Honduran mahogany neck and back, rosewood board, maple reveal binding on the body, maple binding on the neck. Yeah, all Hipshot hardware.
It looks terrific.
It's a nice guitar.
How hollow is it, Don?
So these are completely hollow. It's
Okay.
not, there's not like little holes or nothing. There's 2 big chambers
Okay.
on either side. So it's completely hollow. There's a center block right here that tucks in around this pickup. So
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah, there's a center block here, and then it tucks in. And there's just a spine, and then it fills out here, and then
Yeah.
it's hollow here as well.
That's cool, man.
Oh, it's hollow in the back as well.
Yeah.
That's where all that buzzing is coming from, or all that feedback.
Uh,
Probably, I think if the block went all the way back, it would be.
So yes, this
I think.
this guitar it works great unless you plug it into something that is incredibly high gain, and then it'll squeal if you.
There was some high gain happening. Yeah, when we get Marty up here, we'll have to have him talk about his amp setup.
But yeah, this was a lot of fun building this one. I'm quite happy with it. I was going to originally paint the back purple to match the top, and
Purple weighs more.
Once I saw it with just the clear on, I was like, you know
Yeah,
what,
it looks good.
that's it. We're going natural, and let everybody see the joint and the joinery.
Mike Beckloff and his sons John and Chris are on the road, but they're watching or listening. Mike, I hope you guys have a safe trip, man. It was great to hang out with
Yeah,
you all
it was
week.
really
It was
cool to
really
see you.
terrific to have you guys here.
Finally get a chance to meet some of these people.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
What's the okay? We got one more.
One more.
All right. And this is
This one's
the
lighter.
TSO model that I make.
Okay.
Although this one is a set neck. Normally they're a bolt on.
Okay.
And this is semi-hollow like the last one. So we've got a white limba neck, white limba body, and a flamed white limba top. which-
Fiddleback white limba.
I don't
That's
know if
cool.
I don't think that's.
Yeah,
coming
some of
through.
it you can see, but yeah.
So yeah.
So now you were telling me about the pickups on this one have
So the
a unique.
pickups, the pickups on this one, I was going to use P90s, but they were too heavy.
Okay.
So these are essentially single coil pickups that are wound on a P90 bobbin, but with magnetic slug pole pieces. So basically, I took a P90 bobbin, drilled it out, sunk these in, taped it, and wound it.
How close are these to Jazzmaster pickups? Do they have magnetic slugs?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably fairly close. Yeah, they're probably closer to a Jag pickup actually, because it's Jazzmaster pickups are the windings are the bobbin is really small.
Yeah, it's an 8. This is a quarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're nice and bright and chimey. They sound to me kind of like a big Strat pickup. But I was really happy with it. Listening to Ike play it, especially, I was like, all right, that sounds really good.
Yeah, man.
I'm happy with that. So yeah,
They all look terrific. Yeah.
But they weigh half what a normal P90 weighs.
Okay. So yeah. So how much? I know that you started out weighing everything and
Yes.
and attempting to go at this from I'm gonna build the guitar and weigh everything and really try to hit that 100 ounces. Did at any point were you like, okay, I better remove some material because I'm not going to make weight? Or
Yes, this one.
Okay.
This is the one that I was really worried about. There's a couple of strategic holes drilled underneath here,
Sure.
and it came in at exactly 100 ounces at home. Well, I sent you the picture.
Yeah. What
And
did it weigh here? A little less than that
It was 99.9.
Okay.
Today it was 100 yesterday.
today. Today it was 100 yesterday.
So yesterday was exactly 100 ounces
Okay.
on the one true and holy scale.
Okay, yeah.
And today was 99.9 when Chris did the weigh-in.
Well, it's really dry here. Some people said we're gonna lose half a pound in water and humidity. Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I don't know who that guy was.
I'm very pleased. It's got double binding. It's a bunch of stuff.
It's
that I've
cool,
never really
man.
done before.
It's really neat.
It was
It's
a lot of
super,
fun.
super cool. You want to do any smack talking to specifically Brian?
You know what? Brian's my guy.
I know, yeah.
Can't talk bad about him.
Listen here, brother.
You want to say "suck it" over and over?
Yeah.
No, but
No.
I'm astounded by some of the things that have some of the. Well, you'll see.
Joy's taking pictures of everybody. We have a backdrop set up in the other room. Everybody want to get pictures. She's got pictures of all the guitars. We want to get pictures of all the guitar builders with their guitars. Maybe a group shot too. So whatever you.
The stuff that's coming up is it's going to blow your mind. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right. So who's next? It's either Devin or Marty. Okay. Come on, Marty. Come on up here. All right, Devin. Come on, Marty. Come up here. Let's Somebody come up. Devin Riddle, who's the 2023 winner,
The reigning champ.
the reigning champion. Yeah. So if anyone's going to do any smack talking, it has to be you, right?
Oh no, not after when you see the competitors.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a competitive field this year, isn't it?
It is. Well, last year was a competitive field, too.
Absolutely.
It came down to popular choice, people's choice.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's right. It did. It's right.
Speaking of which, shout out to Bobby Dill. He's watching at home.
I hope so too. Yeah, man. Yeah. So what do you got here, and how much did your daughter do?
My daughter did a lot of telling me, is it going to make weight? Is it going to
Good.
make weight?
Good.
Well, is it going to make weight? But I got what I call the Mach V, my own design. Just started out.
Mach V, like Mach. Okay,
Or
now I
Mach
get it.
5.
Yeah. Okay.
So you might have caught that on my Instagram if you follow it. I kind of teased a little thing saying Mach 5.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah.
So what trials and tribulations did you have to go through to get this thing to make weight?
Well, the first thing that I wanted it to, I figured if I was light, I can always go heavier. Whereas
Okay,
if you're heavy, to get lighter, you're trimming and drilling holes, and so
How many? So okay, just I'm going to let you get to all the parts and bits, but how much weight adding did you have to do?
well, I've got Maximum Guitar Works knobs that are an ounce a piece
Okay.
versus a couple grams for the plastic
Yeah.
ones, and I've got metal humbucker trim rings that are about an ounce a piece from Bitterroot Guitars.
Okay.
It,
But you didn't have to drill any holes and sneak in any weights and then put the
drilling
strap
hole.
button
Well,
in or
if you can see that it's a transparent finish. I dyed the mahogany body and
okay.
satin finished over the top. But because I came in so light after I rough cut everything and started weighing everything and parts were showing up, I was going to do beveling. That's why I'm double bound instead of bevel.
Oh, okay.
But that all started out just trying to get light, and then plans changed, which that's one reason why I don't have.
Let's show up that you have a cool like a step right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can see that in the. It's like a bound step thing. That's super neat. Yeah.
To get the tuners down lower than the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Doug. Hey, Rob. Hey, Dan. Hey, Tom. Hey, Chris. Hey, Lefty. Hey, Ben.
Can I put the sharp in towards Chris?
Those things are sharp.
So what do you got? So we got what do we have for hardware and bits here?
Godo, Tone Pro style bridge. I've got Sankey, headless guitar.
Let's see if we can.
tuners.
So do you guys like headless guitars? So this is not a headless
It's not
guitar, but
really-
yes.
I don't like the headless guitar, but I figured being it's going to be a light V style guitar, I was worried about neck dive and I was worried about weight. So I figured we'll get the weight from here to the back.
Mhm.
And when these tuner keys showed up, they're milled aluminum.
So
they're
nice
super
and-
light.
Okay.
So I probably saved 2-3 ounces there. And it doesn't neck dive at all. It's got, you run the ball in through the back. I don't know if you can see it, but just
Yeah,
like
so-
regular ball ferrules
Uh-huh.
and top of guitar ferrules on the top.
That's like BC Rich, 70s BC Rich style stuff. They did that. That was a cool thing. I'm sure guys did it before then too.
Yeah, it strings through, and then there's an Allen key down here. You wrap it around the post, tighten it down, and then tuning is right here like a headless guitar.
Did it ever occur to you to do like the old Kramer Duke where they had actual tuners on the
No.
okay, all right, yeah.
No, I that's kind of fit into my. I wanted it to look fast, sitting still. Like
I think you
these kind of
succeeded
look
there.
like jet engines, kind of sticking out. And
Yeah.
that was my inspiration, was the SR-71 Blackbird. Once I figured I was going to go with the V style. So the black.
Now and you have jet.
Yeah, you could
there
have
we go.
jets come out of there.
I just have to hook up with Ace Frehley somehow.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fireworks.
That should
or
be
something.
easy. Yeah.
Pyro.
So, how much grief do you want to give me for coming up with a ridiculous 100-ounce thing?
You know, I guess I didn't worry too much about it.
You weren't worried at all.
I like I said, come in light. I got the lightest density mahogany I could get from Tone Wood Experts.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I picked the hardware I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm luckily, doing some changes. And like I said, it was only going to be one knob and a toggle. And once I'm like, well, I'm going to add a second pot and second knob.
At any point where you're like, well, if I add an extra potentiometer, an extra knob, I gain X number of ounces. But if I remove material from the back, I lose X number of ounces.
The material on the back was going to be, I was going to make that same size cutout.
Okay, either way. Okay.
So just to get from where the knob is to where the jack is, it just makes it easier to connect the two and to connect from the body and up to the humbuckers, and drilling. So being that it's not, and if it was going to be heavy, I had a maple top. I was going to put a maple drop top on it.
Yeah.
Anything was the limit. I just wasn't going to worry too much on the detail. The devil is in the detail, but I wasn't going to worry too much about the weight until it got closer to the end, because you might psych yourself out. You sit there and be like, you can't tell how much a chunk of wood's going to weigh before you got cut out and planed and routed. And, how much is my neck going to weigh once I get, it shaped and carved. And so I just kind of went for it and figured, if it's got to go lighter, it'll go lighter. If it's got to get heavier, it'll get heavier.
Definitely cool, man. Hey, I got a question for you. Can you still feel where David Robinson hip checked you a couple times yesterday?
No, but I thought for sure he was going to knock me over or through a plate window. He hit me like Shaq was going to hit him, and then he's like, "Oh, and then the refs don't call foul. Okay, I'm going to do it again." He did it like 2 or 3 more times against me. I'm like, this is David.
That's hilarious.
I got hip checked from him last year, and it was like I went flying across the room. Yeah, he's a mighty man.
He is a very much. I'm a big human being, and he makes me look little.
Oh yeah.
So
outstanding, my friend.
Go
ahead.
Dylan talks tone.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
These are Super 8s. I tell you what, these things will cut.
Yeah. They're tear your face off pickups.
Well, they're a little bit hotter than a DA than his PAF style DAF.
Okay.
But they'll cut through the mix. I find myself I've never turned the tone knob down in my life on any guitar in my life, except for this one. I'm like, let's roll
maybe a little
bit, because they will cut.
Okay.
I haven't played it in a mix, but I'll guarantee you're going to stand out with these DA.
Did Joy take a picture yet?
Has not.
Make sure you brush your teeth.
Should probably do me last.
Yeah.
It breaks. I don't want to break your camera. Then other people can't get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a couple more to go here. Marty's going to come on up. And then we'll do Sean Emenheiser's, and Marty has a guitar and a bag. I don't know what is in the bag.
It's in the bag, Marty.
We're gonna find out.
What's in the bag?
Hi guys.
Hi Marty. Thanks for coming out and joining us, man. Tell us a little bit about.
Let's look at the guitar first.
Wait, hold on, I guess. Yeah. Tell us about the
Lamar
guitar. Okay.
Okay. So I've been building for about 25 years, pretty seriously, and this is based on a former band member's Ovation Ultra bass.
Oh, cool. You know what? No one made a bass this year.
Right?
Okay.
Remember the pickguard being kind of funky on those? That's why I did that. And I think it looks really cool.
I like it. Yeah, I like Strats, and I like it when people take liberties with Strats too.
So this is a mahogany body with a mahogany neck.
Okay.
Maple skunk stripe, some locking tuners, Spurzle style.
Now, you want to talk about the neck joint just yet?
Sure.
Okay. So I really like this neck joint. Here's what I like about it. I like that it's square like a Fender, but relieved, because I used to work for a guy who would make this extra round here. And when he first started doing it, they were square and kind of scooped off, and I liked those better. I really like this a lot. I think that's
Yeah, I'm a
cool.
set neck guy.
Mhm.
All of my builds are set necks, with the exception of a couple of bases that I did bolt-ons.
Okay.
So the idea behind this really is, if this were an actual set neck style neck,
Yeah.
this part would not even be here.
Yeah.
That would just be gone, because the tendon would be down to the humbucker
Yeah.
area. So that's kind of what I was trying to do, is bridge that gap between the set neck and a bolt on.
I think it's really cool, and I like the stylistic element that you did there with that, and I like how it's square. Have you ever heard of Bruce Clay at Rare Bird Guitars? He did some stuff, not a little bit like that, but he would take other people's guitars and glue the necks in too. So
Yeah, I think Scar My Guitar does that for.
Oh, does he?
Too. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll dowel them.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was immediately reminiscent of that kind of thing. So yeah,
I got Chris to laugh. Yay.
it's not easy to do unless you make him really uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
where I am right now, yeah.
As far as weight goes, I've heard everybody else talking about this.
Yeah,
So
man.
very lightweight body. I chose the mahogany neck for weight, because it's
Okay.
much lighter than the rock hard maple neck.
Yeah.
So that's where I gained a lot of my advantage, and I was able to add some extra parts to it that I would not.
Oh, okay,
able to.
cool.
There's like the locking tuners in my string tree, which is actually a lock nut clamp.
Is that a part that you make, Marty?
No,
or?
it's not. I could have lied and taken credit for
Okay.
that, but I won't. This is from Whammy Parts,
Okay, yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
and this is actually made as a replacement to the old Gibson Kaler lock nuts.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And the idea is to have access to the truss rod without having to be able to take off
Yeah.
the lock nut. You can see it's got a little notch in it for the truss rod.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and because of the style of guitar with this offset on the E strings, it made it possible to actually string below E.
Okay. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
String tree.
it's pretty awesome. And the reason I went ahead and did it is because this will eventually have a Kaler on it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Thus the top load bridge,
Far out.
because that's going to come off and the Kaler's going on it.
So you're gonna have to pull this off hopefully you won't have to repaint, but
I don't think I will.
Okay.
I might have to countersink the Kaler,
okay.
because in order to get a good strong neck joint, I oversink my neck into the body.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit more surface area.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And it was type on too, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
No high glue or anything.
No.
So the way that I approached the weight was I did under. I made sure all my parts were underweight.
Okay.
I actually even ended up swapping out the pick guard and the knob
So like you,
to add a chrome cover to get the weight up.
okay. I thought you were gonna say I originally had 3-ply pick guard, and
Yeah.
then I went with it was a half of a gram less. Yeah.
Yeah, I did have a 3-ply on it.
Oh, okay.
Coincidentally. Initially, I wanted to make this with 3 single coils, even though I'm much more of a metal guy.
Uh-huh.
For the contest purposes, I really felt like it'd be more popular if they had a little bit more variety.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I decided to do
Oh, okay.
is I have a little innovation that I came up with.
Marty, do you have a website that everyone we can tell everybody about?
Speakercab.com.
Speakercab.com. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Do you make speaker cabs
I have made
too?
650 speaker cabs.
Wow. Okay.
The one for the demo, I made that cabinet. That's one of my cabinets.
So we have an amp building workshop coming up,
I'm
and
very interested in it.
and one of them is a 45 watt Marshall Plexi style head. I'm thinking people are going to need speaker cabinets for that. So
Well, that's maybe what we could talk about.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So this is the original loaded pickguard that I got for the instrument,
Okay.
and it was just too heavy. It put me overweight. I thought about just totally hogging out every bit of under the pickguard that I could, but I decided to go with a single pickup instead. Even 2 humbuckers was too heavy. It was just too heavy. So what I want to be able to do with this guitar is, at a whim, if I have a preloaded pickguard, just swap this out super easy.
Sure, that makes sense.
So what I did is, instead of attaching my ground to the bridge to the back of the pot, I just attached it to the ground tab on the output jack.
Okay.
And then I added this.
So you have like a quick
I have a quick connect
attach.
under there.
Okay.
So if you can see this is a mini plug that I
Oh,
soldered for the
cool.
output. This goes to your output jack.
neato. Okay.
and you can take the strings off, take the pick guard off, slap this on there. Probably less than 30 minutes. Have a totally different configuration. For
So
your
you
guitar.
could have anything that fits in that. You could plop it in the old guitar here, and you're off.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you decide, yeah, I don't like my cutaway pick guard. just
Oh,
put this
yeah,
on there.
okay,
Why
okay.
not? Right?
So, and this will have a Kaler eventually.
Yeah, it will have a Kaler. But I do want to share one more thing that I do.
Okay. I
that
don't want to
came up
forget
with a
though,
lot.
Marty. How much is this guitar going to weigh with the Kaler? Do you reckon? Because it's
I
still going to
haven't
be
bought it yet.
really
It's gonna
light.
be it's gonna be under 7. I would
Okay.
think.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's neat.
Under 7. I also have a intonation setup that I do. I replace the screws with grub screws with a nut on them.
Okay.
And what you're able to do is do a toolless, very fast intonation. You just loosen the string, push it back, change the position of the nut, tighten it back up, check it, and you
Wait
have
a
any
second.
tools.
How does this? Okay. So you
take a
got.
look.
So you remove the strings and then you can just turn these guys.
Just loosen it.
Just loosen it.
Yeah, so
And you can
I'll
push it
demo it
back
for you.
with your
Okay.
Yeah, so let's say, we just want to change this a little bit. It's a little bit sharp or flat.
Okay.
So, most people loosen their strings to do this anyway.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do,
Oh, okay.
and that is now forward.
Hey, that's pretty slick. Okay.
And then this is back. to where it was
Okay,
at.
cool. That's neat.
So
I
you
like
can
that.
intonate this guitar in a few minutes.
Okay.
And the other advantage of this, if this was a tremolo model, I can also make this a locking bridge with some 3mm grub screws poked down right in front of the where the saddle. The string goes over the saddle.
Okay.
And
Cool.
It
That's
works
neat.
perfectly.
That's
So,
really cool, man.
I suspect that in the wild, a lot of touring musicians do this kind of stuff
Okay.
to keep their guitars in tune.
I if they don't, maybe they will after they watch this video. Because here's the thing, man. It would never have occurred to me that you could do that. That's pretty snazzy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So basically, you use the grub screw to double as the locking clamp screw. and
Okay.
use the nut for the intonation.
That's pretty innovative, man.
That's my X factor.
X Factor. Now, did you tell the judges about
I
that?
did not have an opportunity to.
Okay. Well, I don't know, man. Yeah, you got to toot your own horn sometimes. So yeah.
I did
Okay.
mention it to Chris before the contest.
Okay.
But I
All
had
right.
some special X factor things.
I can't be, that would be
No, I understand.
influencing the
No election
the judges.
interference.
Correct.
Right.
That's right. I can't stress this enough. Chris and I didn't do any. We didn't.
Guaranteed, we did nothing.
Yeah, no judging at all. I haven't even really looked at every guitar. I've looked at some.
No, I've looked at
Yeah.
some, but I
Doc
haven't
came
looked
in
at all
yesterday.
of
I saw
them
some of
yet.
his. I saw Brian's.
This also came in
Dave's.
under $400.
Oh, really? Okay. It wasn't a criteria, but yeah.
No, it
yeah.
did. It just
Okay.
happened to.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent, man. Well, Marty, thanks a lot.
Sure.
We've got one more guitar to show you guys. This is Sean's, and Sean's not here, but I'm hoping that I can talk about all of the parts and what it is here. Well, it's really light. I can tell you that
Yeah,
much.
wow, imagine that.
So this is Sean Emenheiser's. He won the first Great American Guitar Building Contest. And this thing has, so it appears to be a white limba neck. I don't know what the body is, but it's
light.
Something light. Okay. So this has Sean is one heck of a painter. So let's go. Let's try and assess what we have here.
Do tip to tail.
Tip to tail. So,
All right, so we got Hipshot tuners, gold
with industrial buttons. We have what appears to be an excellent, not super rakish headstock angle. Maybe it's even 7 degrees. Looks like rosewood fretboard on a white limba neck with a pretty swanky volute, I might add. What scale do you suppose this is? 24 3/4. Okay.
It might be longer.
It might. I don't know. I have no idea. The horns give it. So I'm gonna guess 24 3/4. If Sean's watching, it says a poplar body. Okay. So we get down. We Sean. Maybe you can tell us what humbucker this is.
It's a Dylan humbucker.
Does it say?
It says Dylan on it.
Okay, that's easy. And that's a cool. It's got a cool like see-through bobbin thing. Sean says it's 25-inch scale.
Okay.
Is that a PRS bridge?
No, this is a Hipshot
Hipshot
bridge.
bridge.
It's one of the tall ones too. It's a 175 gold Hipshot bridge.
And the paint doesn't really show. Oh, he's also got this.
Yeah,
this,
it's textured.
This what would you call this up here?
It's almost like a tribal
Yeah,
texturing. I'm trying to get it in there. I
And we're
got
all
it in the
trying to
light
figure
there.
out how he did that. There are certain ideas being bandied about.
Is that an
on
up
how
or
he
a
did it.
down?
These are all ups and they're flat
Okay.
on the top, so it's not like Dremeled or anything like
Mhm.
that. If Sean wants to chime in and tell us how he did that, somebody
hoping-
might feel really smart or somebody might feel really dumb.
I'm hoping that I can get that kind of in there. You guys can see there the texture. That's yeah. So and then this has this cool kind of lowrider Art Deco kind of thing happening on the front there, and this has some flip flop paint, does it not, Chris? Where it's like in one.
I think it's just I think it's probably got a gold base with some graphics and then like a candy brandy wine almost
Mhm.
over the top.
Okay.
Is what I've been calling it. Into a darker burst. It's got a little bit of a burst on the neck, set neck. Yeah, it looks really, really good.
Neck joint is pretty neat. I like the way the neck joins the body. Sean says, "Tell me what the 73 finish is, and I'll tell you about the engraving." Touche, sir. Touche, sir. So we're bummed out that Sean couldn't join us, but we're glad that he sent this guitar because this is really awesome. And can you read what the headstock says so we can plug Sean a
It
little
says
bit? Here?
Against the Grain Guitars.
So presumably there's a website you can go to Against the Grain Guitars. There Silton and Guitars
On Instagram, something guitar.
on Instagram, Silton and Guitars. Does anybody else have a website we missed? Ike at Flipside Music has
Shamelessly.
yeah.
Great American website.
The Great American. So okay, so I think we're ready to announce the winner. Have we come to a? Is there a winner?
I think there is a winner.
Okay.
We got a grand prize winner.
Okay. All right.
Toy is tallied.
Okay. Do
Tabulation.
first of all.
Top 5 points separate the top.
Okay, so according to Joy, there are only 5 points separating the top 5. Are there any judges? You guys want to do anything? You want to talk about any of this stuff? No. Okay.
Why are you asking me? You know I'll start talking.
Yeah, you want to sit up here?
Yours in.
Come on up. Come on up.
So this is,
Misspelled? I don't know.
but that's right.
That's what Joy said.
Okay.
Top 3, top 5.
Yeah. Are we gonna talk?
You in here?
Sure. Do we have top 3? Okay. And this is the money. Oh, okay. So let's talk to the judges a little bit. Judges, how was this to do? How was this to judge?
It was easy. No, it
was easy.
It was the best thing I've done all
It was
day.
the best thing
Nice.
I've done all day. No, it was interesting. Everybody, there was none where I'm like, man, this one sucks. Like, they were all.
This one sucks.
They all played well and they sounded good. And yeah, I mean, I don't really. I just some of those categories. It's hard to know
It's yeah.
exactly where, like, what's the difference between a 6 and a 7 or whatever. But
Yeah.
tried to do it.
How did you do it? Like, did you judge? Did you like go through and play them all and then score them, or did you?
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
And the first couple, I actually kind of just made sort of check marks because I wanted to play some more before I went back and made a final decision on those because I hadn't played all of them. So
Okay.
I kind of have a scale to kind of work on.
How about you, Andy? What'd you do?
I just wrote down my stuff as we go through.
Okay.
Well, I've done this we did this last year.
Yeah.
He's an old. He's a
Yeah.
professional.
And then
been,
plus
yeah.
we get a lot of guitars at the shop. So there's a lot of times where
Mhm.
we're looking at those when the stuff comes in to evaluate them, like if it needs to go back or anything like that. So we handle a lot of guitars. So I was like, I felt pretty confident
Yeah.
with, just go straight away. And
Cool.
I kind of knew where I wanted to be because I kind of looked at some of the guitars beforehand. And I don't think there was any ones that were like,
Yeah. No crash
like
and
this
burns.
is yeah,
Okay.
like this is total shit.
Yeah.
There wasn't any of those. So
No.
I was like, okay, I think everything's going to fit in within a 4 number kind of
Okay.
range.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well, I think we're waiting for some number. Let's vamp for a little while. Okay. Okay. So our second runner up. This is a Miss America style.
So that's 3.
That right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know which guitar that is though.
Okay, our second runner-up is Sean Emenheiser's double cutaway, extra pointy poplar body with
That's third place.
That's our second runner-up, third place.
This is
Yes.
super cool.
Third place.
Yeah, the finish is really is just like stunning. The more you look at it, you're like, whoa, let's be like. At first, you're just like, oh, it's a black guitar, and then no, it's not. There's all kinds of cool stuff, and it just played really smooth. The pickup sounds good. There's no frills, no knob, no. I keep on reaching for the volume knob.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting there's no knob on there. Yeah.
So it's like your own.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's just very, very sleek and classy and sexy and good job.
Excellent.
Yeah, that because like this inlay in here, or
Yeah,
not
oh,
the
yeah,
inlay, but
the-
that little
that Art Deco
kind of
thing.
Art Deco
Uh-huh.
design is really cool. This kind of carve on the top texture is really super cool.
Mhm.
Pickup's a little loose.
Okay, maybe it's supposed to be like that. I don't know.
So you can go woo woo woo.
I don't
Probably
know.
just needs to be
You
tight.
just got to put a bar on the pickup.
Yeah.
There's some rubber foam with like in the Seymour Duncan boxes.
Get creative. Leo never thought of that. Put a bar on the pickup.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. All right. Our first runner-up is Doc's number 8, which is number 8. You guys remember?
The double cut.
I think it's or is that one? Oh.
Okay. So the set neck telly with the tort binding. Okay. So what? Yeah, this is an excellent guitar, right?
Yes.
What? Okay. Do you want
Thanks for that, Brett.
Yeah.
Yes, it is excellent.
It is excellent. Okay. What stood out for you guys on this one?
So I thought it played here.
You
I'll
go
throw
ahead,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it played really well. I did like the way the pickup sounded. So that was pretty cool. And I think the design, I mean, obviously for me, I like tellies. I do like P90s. I do like the binding. I thought that was kind of cool as well. It's kind of almost a nod to the old Honer Mad Cat thing.
Oh,
Kind of
yeah.
what I
Is that
thought.
like the Prince
Yeah.
Prince tell? Okay.
Yeah, I got the Prince vibes from it too with the tortoise. on
It's
that.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's really just kind of a reimagining of the telly, but it sounded good, played well. The pickups are good. Like the neck is kind of chunky.
Excellent. All right. Well, before we announce the winner, I want to thank everybody for coming, because that's what you have to do, right? You have to like kind of drag it all out. Yeah. So thanks to everybody who came out. But there can only be one person who walks out of here with $1,000 in cash. There's $1,000 in cash, right? There's no $200 in PayPal, and it's all in American money.
Undisclosed envelope.
Yeah. Okay. So taking the grand prize this year is Devin Riddle once again. So Devin, come up here and get the money, and let's go drink. So
Take your
yeah.
money and buy us a sandwich.
Oh, you just spent a lot of money.
I'm having a double.
Whatever.
So Devin, here's a fat stack of cash.
Yeah, buddy.
Good job. Yeah, this thing is super cool. I mean, it's a metal guitar. Like both of us, we were like, we can't put blues or anything on this. It's totally a metal
This is
machine, but it's just,
rockabilly.
the finish is great. It's lightweight. It plays well. The whole weird tuners down here. It's just kind of something different. Yet it's recognizable, but it's definitely like any metalheads out here. This is your guitar.
All right.
It's
I think
pretty.
it's super cool.
KK Downing play it.
Yes, that's what I said.
KK Downing.
I wasn't sure if it was KK Downing or Glenn Tipton. One of those guys had a V that was sort of like this. But yeah, the matte finish. It's just cool. It's just a cool, weird guitar, and it's well constructed, easy to play, and crunchy.
Yeah, I think it sounds really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, that's the Great American Guitar Build-Off 2024. I hope that everybody still likes me. And congratulations to everybody who won, and congratulations to everyone who built really, really excellent guitars. I hope that if you're selling these, that you sell them And I hope that you continue to make more guitars. And I don't know if I should even do this again next year. Tom L sent us $5 and said, congratulations, back-to-back champ. Buy him a beer with this. Yeah. So, but everybody made such super cool guitars. I'm really blown away. There's a lot of talent in this room, and I'm glad that I didn't participate in this contest. So yeah.
Can we do honorable mentions?
You can do whatever you want.
You're wrapping it up.
No, the microphone is yours,
Okay,
sir.
So, a couple guitars, because so the blue one with the single humbucker in it sounded awesome.
Marty's guitar. Okay.
Okay, so that one sounded awesome and played awesome. Just because I wanted there was some other guitars that were really cool. Obviously, we got the big top three, but the semi-hollow, the blue semi-hollow one, that thing was like freaking awesome guitar. Like it sounded really good. I like the switching system on it. It played really well. So I don't know. Those are just some like honorable mentions in there.
So for me, the one I really liked, which I was surprised, I liked it better than that Telly actually, was Dawgs, the double cut Les Paul Jr. That was one of my top choices. I think just it sounded really, the pickup sounds good. It's nice and light, just balanced well. It looks cool, plays well. I thought that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, so they're just like honorable mentions. But that blue single pickup one played really well, and that thing was that was a really cool rock machine too. So some really cool all over. The builds are great.
Yeah,
it just
there was nothing that was set up poorly or hard to play or sounded weird. I mean, everything.
Yeah,
like everything was at an elevated level. Yeah. Let's put it that way. Like everybody did a really, really good job.
All right. Well, so people are already telling me what they want to know. What's the beef for next year? I don't know. I have no idea.
You have planned out 365 days.
No, I don't even know if I'm going to do it.
Totally fell short of expectation.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I did that. I will let you guys know one day soon if we're going to do it and what the rules are. And thanks everybody again for participating. It's been great having everybody in the shop here. But I've been here for 4 hours, and I think you guys have been here for 4 hours too. So let's go over to Odyssey Beer Works, the Great American Beer Works, and see what's happening over there. And thanks again for everybody. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. So, did you get pictures of everybody and their instruments? All right, we're gonna show those up on the website. We'll get that up there, and it'll be a lot of fun. So thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, y'all.